Hey everyone, this is Luminous coming you guys with a pro to the commentary. Today I am accompanied by my sugarcane juice. You thought this was a dual commentary, right? Oh, okay, this is WE or World Elite, I believe, and then SX. I don't think their name is SX. I think they're like Vds.cn or something like that. And if you don't want to be spoiled, give you guys 5 seconds to close your ears. Alright, okay. So VDX or SX in the Scourge right now actually just roughly stomped over Nirvana China. So I mean, Nirvana China is a pretty well-known team, right? And SX kind of stomped all over them. In one game, SX just took them in like 20 minutes, took them racks, and it was disgusting. Like Nirvana China just got raped. No two ways about it. In the second game, SX were like, dude, we beat you 20 minutes. Let me show you how to play late game. So they took Nirvana China to like 100-minute game or something. It must be like 100-minute, or maybe even longer. And they out carry Nirvana China with the Huskar, like Huskar, right? So sorry for spoiling, but those games, I mean, they're like a day or two old. If you want to watch them, you could watch them just for enjoyment purposes. So like 2x or even 3x speed that the Huskar game. I think there's like a combine of over 100 kills in that game. So if you want to see a Chinese game that is action-packed, do check those games out. Not so much for the result, no, it's not so much for the learning, but just for the big-ass lols. You see people killing each other left and right. But back to this game. So I don't think I actually cast a WE game. World Elites, probably China's number 3 clan right now. I will put CCM at number 1, Tai Lu at number 2, and then maybe WE or eHome at number 3. I can't really decide. None of these teams are really have been really like playing well, so I can't really say. But I don't know. I have never seen WE versus SX. I know WE loves their Morphling, as you know, all the other Chinese teams do love their Morphling as well. And if they do pick the Morphling, I'll talk about yet another Morphling build. WE's Morphling player is famous for yet another Morphling build. I mean, I've been talking about there's multiple ways to play Morphling, which I think is a pretty cool thing, because most traditional farming carry heroes, there's only one way. Like Spectre, what do? You go Radiance. Like the only variance in that is sometimes you get a Vanguard. If you're farming really well, you can skip it. Sometimes you skip that phase boots. You just stick with boots of speed, and then you go straight for Radiance. And, you know, but aside from that, it's the same core item. What do you go for Weaver? Well, sometimes you get a Vanguard. Sometimes you get a Medallion. Sometimes you get a what's that item? The Lincoln Sphere. But then you go to your Radiance, and then you try to carry. But for Morphling, right, there's just many builds. So if there's going to be Morphling in this game and it's not banned, and I'm sure one of these teams will pick it up, I'll talk about more Morphling builds, okay? So you do see the Ancient Aberration opening up. I do like, in my opinion, I think within this pool, I think Ancient Aberration opening is probably the best. Better than Clockwork, better than the Storm Spirit, in my opinion, because not only would the AA do a lot, he could do a lot of stuff. His ultimate is just so versatile. It looks like Storm is going to be this first and second pick for SX. AA Ice Blast is just versatile. You could defend with it, you know, kills creeps, damaging heroes, prevent the regen for a long time, and of course that shadow effect is always a threat to low HP hero. You could do some global ganking with that AA ult. You could actually, you could use it as a counter pick, but even though he's a first pick, picking him actually limits a lot of other heroes being picked. For example, Alchemist would no way gets picked against that AA ult, because not only the AA ult would prevent all the regen on Alchemist, which is kind of his thing. Like, he regens so much, but if you stop that, he's kind of useless. But it's also his cold feet, and that Ice Vortex just shreds apart the Alchemist. Whatever he can do, like, he can't even do anything when that cold snaps on you, because you either have to run or you will get stunned 2 seconds later. So in that regard, he also counters Morphling. I won't say he counters, but he stops Replicate from regaining Morphling's HP. So in that regard, he also does really well against Morphling. So opening up with AA just puts a lot of worry on the Scourge team. Like, you can't really, there's not many things you could do against a AA. Like, AA doesn't really have that much of a weakness. He lanes really well as well. He's versatile into laning. You can put him solo mid to get that quick level 6, or you could put him in tri lane. So as a hero right now, I think he's very ban worthy. But however, these Chinese teams feels that there's other more ban worthy heroes out there. Actually, I think I'd rather have the opponent to have a Lich, you know, let him deny me and Chain Frost and all that stuff, than have an AA. I feel like AA is a little bit more dangerous, but that's just my take on it. But looks like Scourge is gonna pick up the Morphling, as their second pick. I'm a little bit surprised that the Chinese are not first picking Morphling, or maybe second picking in Scourge's case. I feel that Morphling does have a couple counters as well, or not counters, but there's a couple of heroes that does pretty well against Morphling. For example, the AA Ice Blast is an answer to the Morphling. I have seen actually one of the Chinese team pick Anti-Mage against Morphling. You guys might be thinking, whoa, how does Anti-Mage counters Morphling? I won't say he counters Morphling, but I'll say that Anti-Mage, for one, does really well in terms of chasing against the Morphling with the Blink. And also, Morphling is quite a mana-intensive hero. He might not seem like it, because he usually gets a lot of stats. So, in terms of mana pool-wise, he's usually fine. But if you ever play Morphling and you're trying to run away in a big fight, and y'all replicating everything back to strength, you're running out of mana very, very quickly. And especially if you have a feedback that burns 64 mana per hit from the Anti-Mage on you, then it hurts really much. Not in terms of doing a lot of damage. Of course, Anti-Mage does quite a bit of damage, but his feedback just prevent you to morph for a long time, and thus, you know, effectively killing the Morphling very easily. You gotta keep in mind that when you're morphing, generally you're gonna be a very low HP anyways, so when you run out of mana, you're pretty much effed. And finally, the Anti-Mage does pretty well in terms of, yes, the Morphling will have a lot of stats, and then he will have very little mana, so that's a very high base mana pool that the Mana Void could just totally rape you and your entire team in a big AoE. So that's, I mean, I won't say, again, it's not a counter, but it does well. It could be a pick that goes up against a Morphling. So I'm getting very deep into the dairy crafting, so let's go back into the picks and bans. So we do see a Morphling and a Lina being third pick. This Lina is very strange. Well, not strange. It makes sense because Storm Spirit is a glass cannon, in my opinion. You zip in, you try to do as much damage as possible. Before you get your BKB, you are very susceptible to that Laguna Blade. So the Sentinel wants to, well, you know, you could zip in if you want. We'll just kill you. Scourge is going to answer with a Spectre third pick. Nothing wrong with that. Now, I love the fourth ban by the Sentinel. The bans are going by pretty quick. I might have to pause it then. I love the fourth ban, which is Enchantress. And you might be saying, well, you know, how does that even relate? If you look at the Scourge lanes, they do need a lot of solos. The Clock needs a solo. The Storm Spirit needs a solo. Spectre, of course, needs a lane by herself. Well, and two other support, right? But and trust me, they're not going to run a jungle storm or anything like that. It's just a little bit too risky, especially against this high roaming team such as AA, the Lina, and the Morphling. Good roaming, or not roaming, but high mobility heroes. So jungle storm is not safe. And if you're wondering why it's not safe, just go back to two commentaries ago, where I think I did a CCM game where they jungle the storm, and that game would talk a little bit more about jungling storm. So banning jungling heroes is good because Scourge right now want jungling heroes. Banning Enchantress, which is a very, very popular jungling hero, can push really well, ganks very well, and has some very strong mid-game DPS due to Impetus, is a very, very good ban. So I like that. Meanwhile, the fifth ban for Scourge, I like that as well. Notice the Scourge heroes' first and second picks. They do have the Clockwork, they do have the Storm. Both are heavy initiators, and excuse me, what's that hero's name? Tidehunter, excuse me. Yeah, Tidehunter does very, very well in terms of counter initiating. You zip in, you try to pick off one of your quick heroes, or Tide is gonna come in and drop his huge ass ult, and basically your ult is basically done. Like your initiation is basically done, and your counter ganking with the Tide is gonna be very strong. So a good ban from there. And this is what I mean, that with the Scourge number 4 pick, is that gonna be Enigma? And that Enigma, I bet you, with every money I got, every penny I got, is gonna be going in the jungle. And not only will he provide the jungling, his Black Hole would be a little bit dangerous in this game, because if you look at the Sentinel, not many spells that could cancel a Black Hole. Of course, the LSA is there, the Adaptive Strike is there, and of course the Ice, the Cold Feet is also there. And now they pick up yet another stun. They need as many stuns as possible against Enigma. Generally, Enigma plays against things like Fishers or a Puck or a Silencer, so those are very, very annoying. But this game, this Enigma player, if he's good enough, could go like rampage, or not rampage, just getting 5 kills, but go crazy in terms of getting those great black holes. Because there's just not many stuns out there. Even there's stuns, like the LSA has a very short or long casting animation. The Kofi is just not reliable. You could get still, I guess, at least 2 or 3 seconds. black hole before that Kofi really fully stops you. So in terms of Enigma, I like his dual purpose pick. Not only he works out within the jungle to free up another lane, he pushes really well, but critically that black hole is going to be insane in terms of stopping the Scourge team, stopping the Sentinel team. So far I do like SS picks pretty well, and let's see where they round out. But going back to Sentinel, I like their picks as well. Venomancer is a pretty strange pick on first glance, but again, the Scourge team pretty weak against, they're pretty low in HP, so any kind of DOT damage, and in conjunction with that Ice Blast, that Venomancer ult is just gonna hurt so much. So you can see that these guys want to pick, they're picking picks that are doing well against low HP heroes. So that Laguna Blaze does very well. The Venomancer ult in conjunction with that Venomous Gale does well against low HP heroes as well. And Bad Rider as last pick is just cheesy. I mean, it's always a good hero. He lanes pretty well. You could jungle with him if you want. It looks like the Scourge is going to go for a very safe last pick as a Windrunner. I think that Windrunner is going to be Babysitter. As you can see, Scourge doesn't have a very traditional support. So I know you guys are like, wow, you know, can we get this game going on? Because it's a 11-minute pick and ban analysis, but I feel like there's a lot of things you can learn from pick and ban analysis, and I hope I'm doing the best of my abilities to give, you know, I guess the best analysis in terms of pick and ban. Because I know some of you guys don't really care about pick and ban, and that's fine. That's totally fine. Some of you guys, you know, only play pubs and don't care about, you know, why do we care what Tide is good against? Because I'm not playing Tide in pubs. Which, although I want to say carry Tide is actually pretty epic. But beyond that, I think sometimes it's also just good to learn what heroes are good against what other heroes, because you never know. You might face a Tide in a pub, and you know you have a Storm. You gotta be kind of careful if you want to do that. So looks like we are gonna see a Bat Rider solo. And then we're definitely going to see a tri-lane of these guys. So we're going to see either AA solo or Venomancer solo. Judging from the fact that Venomancer has the ward, so we're going to see AA solo for sure. And actually, AA has a magic stick. Very interesting. He is facing up a Storm's turret, which I don't think use a lot of spells. So I don't. Yeah, I'm not too sure what that magic stick is about. There's better starting items that you could go against. Maybe he thinks he's going against a clock solo mid. That's not very likely, because Storm's turret has to go to mid lane, Clock has to go to the other lane. So I'm not exactly too sure what that magic stick is about. I believe that 200 gold investment might not be the best spend. You could save for a very quick bottle if you want, if you don't want to spend first 200 gold on the magic stick, or you could get a circlet, like +2 extra stats is not bad. So we'll see how it plays out, but logically it's not making too much sense with that circlet first. But looks like, let's introduce the players here. The Scourge players have Chinese tags, so my Warcraft do not read Chinese. Unfortunately, it's not going to see what's happening here. So this is SX Storm against Man, these Chinese tags. 1220. Looks like, let's see how they're going to do the lanes. We do see the Clockwork at top against the Morphling. Looks like these Scourge players is going to just change lanes. Yeah, I think they're changing lane. They're all both going to the bot lane, which I don't think is that bad of an idea, because Enigma can be a very dangerous hero in the lane. And, you know, Bat Rider can't really handle against a Windrunner and a Spectre. So I like this choice, because Bat Rider by himself cannot defend against this impending push that's becoming. So we do have a Sentry Ward being dropped down. That is Lena's Sentry Ward. Yeah, so do they see this ward? I don't think they see right now. These Eidolons will be scouting, doing a little bit of pot shots against Lena. Lena's going to come around. She is going to be checking that. Oh, no. I thought she's going to be checking the ward uphill. She might be still checking it. But now with the Bat Rider here, I believe the Scourge, the Sentinel lane will have the event. It does check it now. She does see the uphill ward. And look at that! Look at those mini meteors, just doing so much hurt on that ward. Enigma now can't jungle anymore. Enigma is gonna dump down ward. I think the Scourge, I think the Sentinel sees this. Yeah, Sentinel sees this, so that ward gets countered immediately. So now Scourge playing it blind, playing the long lane blind when you have a carry, it's just almost suicidal. Now Enigma can't go in the jungle. The Windrunner by herself, there's no way you could support a Spectre as a Windrunner, because you can never really count on the Shackle Shot. Shackle Shot has the potential to be great, but now the Scourge is going to be playing blind, and they just have to sit back. And now this lane is completely lost. You can see that very small thing by Enigma. Ooh, some sort of engagement going on, and Enigma picks up the Invis rune, so he's going to be safe. You see that very small thing in terms of dropping the ward and allowing the enemy team to see you drop the ward, just basically lost them the entire lane. And that might lose them the game. Like, of course, your Spectre not getting early game farm is just horrible. So that tiny little play by Enigma just effed the game up. And Enigma realizing that there's no way he could jungle with 2 supports in his jungle, that he has to go defensive jungle now. So this lane is now a 2v3, and I think Windrunner now leaves the lane as well. So they're like, Spectre, okay, well, good luck. Try to get as much EXP as you can. Use all your restorative and try to, yeah, because Windrunner is not, well, Windrunner is running back, but I think this lane is just gone for the Scourge. So let's look at how the Clog's doing in the top lane now. We don't usually see the Clog in a very defensive lane, which is the top lane for Scourge. And as a result, he is picking up level 4 relatively quickly. So that's their shining hope right now. They want this Clock to get a higher level so that he could start to gank at level 6, level 7. You need that Clock to start ganking. Looks like Morphling has the bottle first. And this is what I'm going to be talking about yet another Morphling build. You might be thinking, well, bottle is just like a cheap item. How is that really considered as a build? As we see this, very low HP Clockwork takes another hit. He popped. Oh, he's gonna be okay. I thought he was gonna turn around for the Clock, but he has already used two salves. So he is gonna be out of restorative. Meanwhile, this Morphling has even more mana, 40 waveform, if he drinks his charge. So as I was saying, I like this. This is a bottle only on the Morphling, but yeah, that's another build. What the bottling Morphling do, I used to be very confused about the Morphling. Like, why would you ever want to go to a bottle? Well, a bottle build is not bad if you want to go for a big item first. So instead of getting that Perseverance, which we see is like, a common standard for Morphling nowadays, instead of going for that, Yasha first, you go for bigger items. You go for the Ultimate Orb, you transition into a Scotty. So what that bottle allows you to do is waveform farm like no other. This Morphling will be waveforming like it's no tomorrow. Of course, it requires you to use it carefully. You shouldn't be waveforming if you're in a plain side of a Clock's hook. That's never a good idea. You should not be waveforming because that's your escape mechanism. But it's also a very good farming mechanism, and I'm pretty sure as a mid-game approach, that bottle is going to be helping out in terms of his farm. Also, with the bottle, you do have a very cool trick. You can, if you're out of bottle juice, you can just go back to bottle crawl it, or you can make a replicate of your enemy and then TP home immediately, and then use your bottle to regen up very quickly, and then just replicate back. Now you're full HP, full mana, and then you have a full bottle to use. So it's a pretty good trick if you're a Morphling player. So that's it's a bottle first build, but it's a very late game build because you use that bottle to farm those big items. You can see that he's probably going to be waveforming this, or I think he will. Well, no point watching the Morphling farm as we see a gank coming up. This is a Windrunner, but really it's a level 2 Windrunner, and I don't think a level 2 Windrunner can do anything. We are going to see a Ring of Poseidon finish. No, they're going to do Shackle Shot. That was a good. No, okay. Just do a little bit of harass. Morphling needs to be careful. Now he's very low HP. Now he should be doing that little replicate trick. Is he going to be doing it? No, okay. Alright. There we go. He makes a replicate. Is he TPing out? Walking. Yeah, there we go. Man, I'm good at this commentating. As we see a dive going on, the women are TPing in the wrong place. Eats a lot of stun, and that Firefly is going to give the Bat Rider first blood. And this tower will be going down as well. Spectre on the run. Spectre barely level 3. Thankfully, she does have the boost of speed, and that is going to allow her to run through some trees with that tree hacks. So he is going to be okay. Meanwhile, there's a kind of killing attempt going on this Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit is going to be okay, but level 5 Storm Spirit against a level 6.5 Ancient Aberration with Treads. So AA completely bowling the lane. 30-9 is the CS. 11-2 is Storm CS. And you might be wondering, like, why is Storm getting raped so hard? And I think Storm is going to go down here. Well, Storm, he has only 480 range since that nerf a while back. And then AA has a Kofi. Like, he drops out on you, what do? You run back. And AA is going to deny all he wants. He's going to last it all you want. You come back, healed up, you come back, he's just going to right-click you. Because AA has bigger range, he has better animation, and he has better damage as well. So, in every aspect of the game, AA outlanes the Storm Spirit. So it's a very good opening, like I said, to pick up the AA first, because also he shuts down your mid lane as we see a kill on the Spectre at bottom lane. Bat Rider is level 6 with a BOFT. Wow, Boots of Travel first. And you might be thinking, why doesn't he go for a Blink Dagger first? As we see a great snipe from the Windrunner, getting themselves a very much needed kill. As we see a dive going on the mid lane. Is he gonna die? Tower is focusing on the Stormsphere. One hit, 9 HP surviving that. Oh my god, that ult from the Ancient Aberration is gonna get him the kill. He needs to switch to Int, pop the 3-1, switch back to the Treads, because that rocket can be coming. No, rocket on cooldown maybe. Is he? No, he's going to be fine. He should be fine. I don't need a Clock is high level enough. Looks like Clock is going to be making a kill attempt on this Morphling. I don't think he can. Let's see if he could basically force this Morphling to wave and then just go hook. But this Morphling wave is just doing way too much damage to the Clock. Clock needs to turn back, in fact. Enigma is going to be coming around. Is there going to be a Black Hole? No Black Hole just yet. A teleportation is going to be coming in. That is the AA. Let's see if they get a kill, though, because the waveform plus that ult from the AA do quite a bit of damage. He does have the mana for one wave. No, just using it to farm just for now. AA is going to be... Oh, okay. All right. That great harassment for that AA using... I mean, yeah, that was sarcastic. That was not a great harassment, because I think, like, in terms of early game, that AO is very, very precious. The cooldown's pretty long. I guess, compared to level 16, I guess. Or I think it's the same cooldown, actually. No, it's the same cooldown for all 3 levels, but it feels longer, because you always seems like you need to use it. As we see, ooh, Laguna just barely not killing him, and Stormsphere zips out of it, and that's where the AO would have helped in. You could have at least attempt for a kill. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish at the top lane. But looking at the bot lane here, level 7 Bat Rider, and this Boots of Travel, you know, I think a lot of players would have just gone Blink Dagger first, and I think that's a great choice, because if you get like a 7 or 6 minute blink on a Bat Rider, that is just insane. You are the king of the map. But I think this Bat Rider's BOT is a little bit more passive way to, you know, of course it's not as aggressive as a Blink Dagger, but I think it's an overall very, very good item still. Because you know what? You're faster than anyone else. There's not many stun on the Scourging. Well, there's a couple. There's that Shackle Shot. Can't really depend on it. There's that Cog, but you can't really depend on that either. There's a Grappling Pole, but again, do you want to be grappling the fire flying Bat Rider who's burning you up like crazy? You don't want to do that either. So against very, you know, many fake stuns, if you will, on the Scourge team, this BOT Bat Rider can go anywhere he wants. You can see that at the full HP against a Spectre, gonna just attempt a solo kill. Spectre, there's no way in hell is gonna run away from a BOT Bat Rider. Bat Rider is like, hello, where are you going at? I know I'm missing a kill mid lane, gonna catch this kill though at the bot, as we see some kind of killing attack. Ooh, we need him very, very low HP. They're trying to kill the Storm. Storm is out of mana. That's slow, and that Cold Snap is going to get that kill. And the Ancient Aberration picks a double kill. The score is 7-1 in favor of the Sentinel. You gotta keep in mind what I say about Radiant Spire in that last commentary I did. Radiant Spire need to win the early game, and guess what? Scourge does have a Radiant Spire. The Spectre is not even level 6 yet. Lost that bottom lane completely. I gotta say, OX is just losing every single lane in the game right now. Spectre barely getting level 6. Can he get the tower denied? If she can get the tower denied, that is going to be pretty big. Looks like she will, unless the Morphling comes back to Ninja. No, it is in deny range, but she's got to be careful. Here we go. Morphling is... no, just Morphling farming very aggressively. And there you go. He's going to go for the tower, I hope. I hope he's going to go for the tower. Both guys doing some epic last hitting war, and looks like the Sentinel has gotten it. And Spectre barely making it out there. You're trying to get a gank on that Morphling. It's not going to be possible. Oh, there's that engagement. There's that Laguna, and we're going to see a waveform for the kill. Waveform. No, not waveform. And they are going to kill on the Slayer, though. Slayer is going to go down. So we see AA picks up a kill somewhere. Good rocket kill. And now Slayer, the Spectre needs to get out. Morphling. No. Bat Rider comes around. Morphling's going to KS with that waveform, I suppose. No. Alright, just last hitting. Okay. And this fight is just messy absolutely everywhere. Now Stormsphere once again caught without the mana, but I think the great Shackle Shot, but I think with that, this is where the BOT comes in. Like, you Shackle Shot me, whatever, I'll just walk up to you, and there's that gonna be Flaming Lasso. There's gonna be an easy kill on the Morphling. No waveform necessary. The Bat Rider already so stacked. Another ring of health, or a ring of health, and a Sobi Mask picked up on a Bat Rider. He's probably gonna go for a Hood next. Sobi Mask just for some small region. Sobi Mask always a good item. Which, by the way, Sobi Mask is probably one of my favorite basic items to buy, because you never know what he's going to be getting. He's going to be getting a Medallion Urn, Ring of Asalius, Cyclone, Oblivion Staff. There's just so many stuff you can get with the Sobi Mask. And it's pretty good regeneration. And a Soul Ring, don't forget that. So by going back to this lane, right, what does Spectre have? Spectre has 24 creep kills, and not even a phase boot, not even any components of that Vanguard. So there's, like, this game's just hopeless. So yeah, it's already a stomp, and it's kind of obvious that we know the Sentinel is gonna win. But and FFS, right? I Spectre, there's a Morphling on the team that's winning the early game, right? So I don't think I need to extend the video to like add 10 more minutes. Oh, low throw. I don't think I need to. Oh, we are electric. No, he got hooked. Never mind. So that was pretty sweet. Waveform down, and I think this guy's died. He's morphing everything he can, but I mean, unless he gets another waveform, I don't think he will. Yeah. A blast does hit on the Windrunner. So that was a World Dota top 10 almost. Which, by the way, I'm not sure if you guys didn't know, it's not actually World Dota, or I mean, in the English pronunciation, that's World Dota, but in the Chinese, actually War Dota, which war, by the way, stands for us, or me, excuse me. Well, it could be, I guess it could be us, woman, right? Anyways, that has nothing to do with this game, as we see Bad Rider just pwning someone. Bad Rider kills Enigma. So right now, I mean, this game's pretty much over. So we're just really see what kind of late game extension, what kind of, you know, what items you would buy if you're really ahead. I mean, these kind of game. I mean, you will sometimes play games that you will just be really ahead, and then sometimes you could get items that are better than your, you know, whatever standard items. You can see that the Bad Rider, instead of going for that Blink Dagger, which is a very standard item, gone for a BOT, which is allowing him to set up the ganks. You can see that he just got an Enigma gank over here, and now he's gonna be over here trying to get Spectre. Spectre eats a blast, a Flaming Lasso. That is some global ganking from a Bad Rider without even a Blink Dagger necessary. Oh, zips in. Let's see if they're gonna be saving that Spectre. Spectre is alive, and I don't think they're gonna get a kill on the what you call it. No, Morphling's gonna come in. He is gonna get an Adaptive Strike. Still not enough damage, and this is what I mean with the Bat comes in as well. I'm not too sure whether that was necessary, and he is gonna go down to Morphling. No, the Bad Rider on a wicked streak, 7-0, 56 creep kills. But this is what I mean with the bottom Morphling. He is going to go for big items. So Ultimate Orb right off the opening. He's probably going to go for either Scotty or Manta Style. Most likely Scotty, because if you go for Manta Style, you don't really need that bottle opening. You could just go for the Yasha first, which is not a bad starting item. Oh, I guess your big first item, I guess. As we see some sort of engagement going on the mid lane, Storm Spirit, only 300 mana left. He is not going to take an Ice Blast, so he's going to be okay for now. Venomancer, extremely low. Let's see if anyone's going to be greedy. Yeah, Storm Spirit going for that kill. Oh! Not, is he going to get it? No, he is not. That Vanguard saving the Venomancer. Oh, trying to get an attack up the hill and snipe, missing it almost from the Windrunner. But now has put them in such dangerous position. Oh, a great Shackle Shot, getting both the Replicate and the Morphling. Morphling's going to wait for him out as we see a lot of damage. We're going to see a Replicate back, and yes! And there's an Adaptive Strike for the kill as we see the Spectre coming in. Spectre probably going to go for the Slayer in trouble now. Oh, alright, okay, no. Need to go for the Spectre. Can you go for the Spectre? Go through the tree so he doesn't get blocked. What a play from Spectre. Nicely done. That was pretty nice. That was pretty nice, not gonna lie. Now he's gonna go for a kill. Now he's gonna feed. No problem. Might as well go for the kill on the... No, there's no way you're gonna kill Morphling, everything to strength. Now this Clockwork changes the target, but that's already a 4-staff finish on the Sentinel. Sentinel is just so stacked in terms of items. I think normally this Ancient Apparition probably would win for the Django first. Very popular Chinese spell. So we see a good move from the Clock, realizing that A is going to be chasing it. But this Morphling now with full HP and very much a lot of mana is going to go for a kill. They're going to try to kill this Morphling. I don't think they can. Another Waveform and the Bad Rider is coming in. They are going to get a kill on both. It's going to be a Flaming Lasso on this Storm Spirit though. No, great Shackle Shot. These guys need to turn back. Flaming Lasso is going to grab that Storm Spirit. And these guys are just getting wiped. Windrunner is going to go down next. Double kill. Godlike double kill on the Bad Rider. Man, this Bad Rider is just insane. Triple kill being picked up by CDD. And you see this tag? It says I rocks. You know what that's for? That's from Queens. That's like dun dun ch, dun dun ch. We will. Okay, you know what? I know you guys are laughing at my singing. You know what? You know that time I said I'll take a break from Dota to pursue my singing career? And then like some of you guys were like, you know what? Fuck your singing career. Just singing your commentaries. We want to still hear you commentating. So there you go, man. I'm gonna sing in every one of my commentaries with my off-tune sound, off-tunes. You know what I'm really jealous of? Like, you know how people could hum? Like, every one of you, if you guys could hum a song, right? Your friends, when they're like walking by, they go like, hey, you know, you're humming that song. When I hum a song, my friend like, what the fuck are you humming? Like, I can't even tell what the hell you're, yeah. So I'm jealous of people that have some actual musical talent. As we see Spectre ults herself out. Actually, she's gonna get herself a kill. That is pretty sick, or at least assist in a kill. So, wow, that rider just be like, yo, I got juked. I got juked. BOT Blink Dagger is just such an insane ganking item. But anyways, we don't see enough BOT anymore because everyone's always going for that phase boots, going for that treads or mono boots. BOT either needs a, I don't know. I always think BOT is always such a good item, but I think in terms of early games, you just feel like you need a better kind of boots. You can't just have the boots of travel. But I mean, Bad Riders was so ahead this game. Like, what's, oh, excuse me, he's got what, 10 kills in 18 minutes? Yeah, he's got enough. He could buy whatever item he wants. So this, but I really love his BOT choice though. So anyways, tonight I'm gonna have myself a good time and blasting off in supersonic speed. Alright, American music. Which, by the way, I don't listen to American music at all, if you guys can't tell by my music choices. But I do love Queens, though. I think Queens is pretty badass. What's going on with this game? Pangxie. Pangxie. You know what Pangxie is? Chinese lesson for those of you guys that are bored with this game. Pangxie means crab. Crab as in, not the stuff you shit out. That's crap. Crab as in the animal. I mean, the seafood crab, you know, the thing that walks horizontally? Yeah, that crab. So that's Pangxie. I think that is a sick tag. It's like, oh my god, Pangxie going for a godlike shriek. He just used guillotine on you, mother effers. And he is super effective. Going for a lot of Pokemon reference, which I'm sure 2 of you guys gotten. Sentinel going for the Roshan. Let's see what item Z-Size got, but like item would make no difference. But it's always good to know. Arcane Boots being picked up, probably going for a Mecha or a Pipe. Great choice after the Vanguard. This range Vanguard actually saved us life earlier. That range block actually came in handy. But there's still no way in change my opinion of actually, oh yeah, range Vanguard and Venomancer is good. No, I don't think it's good at all. But, you know, whatever. Slayer has no item, as expected. Meanwhile, Scotty being picked up on the Morphling. Yeah, big item first with that magic bottle. You see that? Yeah, they're winning by a lot. And in a normal game, he will farm this in like 25 minutes, maybe 26 minutes. But if you think about it, like a 24, 25, 6-minute Scotty, that is pretty insane. Because you're only going to be stronger as Stormster picks up the Aegis, dodges a Laguna Blade, Electric. We are, never mind. He's gonna get grabbed. Yeah, he's gonna get. He doesn't even need grab. That was pretty cool though, cause you dodge a Laguna. I think he dodged a Laguna, but now he's gonna get LSA. As these Chinese players not gonna miss a easy LSA like that. Just a timing thing, and that Stormster just basically put on a show and fed. But you know when you're making a movie, right? When you're making a movie, all you have to do is you just take the clip where he zips in, you grab the Aegis, and the clip that he zips out, and then dodge the Laguna, and just like stop the editing there. And the people that are watching like, man, that's Stormster fucking pro. And then, but in reality, like 2 seconds later, he died. So I mean, I'm a video editor, but all my clips are legit. Especially that 4-staff intro. Some of you guys are haters, man. They're like, dude, why is that Rasa in that clip so insane with that 4-staff? Yo, man, it's Luminous with the best item in the game. Like, why you guys got a trip? Don't be haters. And then something's going on. I think Clock died. Black Hole is going to get something, but I always say he's going to cancel it immediately. Stormster going for the kill, but a good 4-staff from the AA is going to stop that. Stormster very, very low HP. Gotta turn back. Venomancer doing some sick damage, and that Enigma is going to go down. I think that was like the first black hole, or the second black hole was used. Of course, first black hole got electric over here. But anyways, and this has to be the Rax, and this is going to be the game. Oh, very low HP Sector is going to get the kill, but he's going to get Flaming Lasso. That Flaming Lasso has been like used on every single cooldown. I know he does have the face, but he is going to run out. He's going to survive. He is going to survive. Stormster zips in. He has 200 something mana, and no, Morphling replays back and takes a kill on the Windrunner, and now Stormster goes down, and that is the official team wide 23-11. who says Chinese game can't have kills? I think Chinese games have the most kills when it's like lopsided and stompy, because both teams are out for blood. Whereas I think Chinese kills would have very little kills. Chinese game would have very low kills when is he gonna deny? Yes. You know, when you're losing, fuck it, just deny your own ziggurats, whatever. I don't care if I'm food capped. But anyways, I was saying Chinese games that are even are the games that are not many kills, because both teams want to play it very, very safely. Whereas the uneven game, you know, the winning team's like, oh yeah, let's get more kills. The defensive team's like, oh, let's get killed, or let's try to kill them before they kill us. But it's not gonna work out. But you know, these Chinese team, even despite knowing that they're gonna lose the game, just play it out. I like the sportsmanship. But on the other hand, I also don't like the fact that they make games longer than necessary. If you're watching StarCraft right now, you know, the player would have been GG. Like, you don't need to lose your entire base. Ooh, very good mid-game extension though. Going for the Purge first, and realizing that he's not going to get a Diffuser Blade anyways. So this Purge is a very good mid-game item. Like, by all means, it's a very good mid-game item. Gives you a lot of plus damage. Gives you more ganking with that Purge. Of course, more damage as well. So, it's not bad. I mean, you can consider getting an item like this instead of the Radiance in a normal game if you're not losing this badly. But it's also a very like, it's like a 90% fail move and 10% maybe right. Maybe if they have like a Warlock, or if they have an Omni Knight and you really need that Purge, then you could get it. But in most cases, a Radiant is just gonna be better. Because once you finish the Radiance, as we see a Flaming Lasso initiation, once you finish the Radiance, that Purge is going to come in like 2 minutes later. As that Laguna was absolutely not necessary. But going to pull a Luminous move, just KS with Laguna when they're at 2 HP, MP. And last team fight going on. Oh, Stormsurge zips in. Who is he going to focus? He zips in, takes an ult, and zips out. That's great. That's cool. And now they're going to lose Rax. Venomancer doing his thing. I think the Sentinel played pretty well. I'm not gonna lie, you know that warding at the beginning of the game, I'm gonna say they lost the game right then. Like, it might seem like a very, very silly thing, but that warding gave the Scourge, or they gave the Sentinel trialing complete advantage. Because I think the Scourge would have been able to play that lane okay if they had that ward. They could have got out when the ganks are coming. I don't think they would have won the lane, but it would have helped definitely a lot. But playing a Spectre long lane blind like that is just impossible. Stormsurge buys back. Did he buy back? He's still alive. Now he's gonna be dead. And these guys are dead. Yeah, so that Enigma carelessly dropping that ward was not exactly the best move that could have made. So, I mean, and everything else just roller coaster from that. Again, it's really hard to say, because in Dota you can't really say, you know, that, oh, Bad Rider finally feeds his godlike streak, everyone leaves the game, GG's being called. So it's really hard to say, well, you know, that's a move that loses the game, and it definitely doesn't show up on the scoreboard. This shows up on the scoreboard, and it's a little hard to believe that a single ward would have that much impact in a game, but I think it does. I'm not too sure whether you guys agree or not. Just let me know. I think it kind of does, especially in that Spectre. But also, I gotta say though, that Spectre lane wasn't that good, especially when the 2 supports from Sentinel came. They just literally shut it down. What was strong about that Scourge trialing was that they had a Windrunner grid harass, they had the Enigma in the jungle for a threat of a stun, gank, and a push. That was very good. But as soon as you pull 2 supports from the Sentinel into that jungle, Enigma can't jungle. Like, you just can't. You'll die. So Enigma has to leave, and suddenly that trialing has been transitioned into a 3v2. And this is going to go back to 6.69c, where the Chinese enjoyed trialing versus trialing a lot more. Because there is, you know, you can have this scenario happening where they have a tri lane and you don't, and you have a Spectre in your dual lane, and you're pretty much effed. So that's why, you know, that's why it works out like that. I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. Again, a little bit of kind of not the best games to watch, but I hopefully have made it enjoyable, and hopefully you could learn something from the pick and ban analysis in the very beginning as well. So until next time, this is Luminous signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed that cast, and for more Dota commentary content, check us out on DotaCommentary.com. GG guys.